actually devised a process for myself that within 5 days I was on the other side of my fear after feeling this anxiety for my life. I was in my 50s at the time. So I was super excited, and I had been Googling for those 10 weeks while I was feeling anxious, live streaming. I had been Googling for all kinds of help to get over it. And I heard all these great things like pretend your fear is excitement, which is a lovely thing, but if the dose of anxiety is big enough, you know the difference between anxiety and excitement. Or pretend, or it's not about you, it's about your audience. I totally love that. I totally agree with it. But when you're having physical symptoms like I was having, it sure feels like it's about you. Exactly. Right? Exactly. And then another one is feel the fear and do it anyway. Well, that was exactly what I was doing. And I just assumed that with time I'd get over the hump, with practice, with experience, I would build my confidence, but I didn't. And that's when I finally began to ask, well, what is this fear even about? Why do I have this? What is it trying to say? And I discovered in that moment these memories of feeling like I was going to be attacked. And then realizing that I had been attacked as a kid. Then it was this duh moment. Of course I don't feel comfortable in front of the camera. Of course I don't feel comfortable in front of an audience, even though I've been a performer all those years. Because there's a part of me that remembered and was programmed to around the idea that it was risky to be the center of attention. Because every time my mom said that to my sisters, every time she put me on the pedestal, they would attack me. They'd kick me in the shins, call me stupid, tell me to shut up. And I really felt like by my being visible, they didn't love me. And I desperately wanted their love. So once I had this awareness of the fear that we have is not about not being practiced enough. Well, that obviously can be a fear. If you're not prepared, that's anxiety provoking. But even when you are prepared and you have anxiety, no, that's a trigger for something pointing to an experience or messages from the past that led you to believe it's not safe to be seen. So once I realized that, and I can talk more about this later, I knew I had to kind of resolve these things. I had to clear them away so they weren't active. Once I did that and was on the other side of the fear, I thought, oh my God, nobody's talking about this. I've been Googling like daily or weekly on how to manage my fear or get over my fear, and I hadn't come across anything like this. And
share, which is great.
Yeah, I love that you say that, to be our authentic selves, because I feel that once we get over the fear, then we can begin the journey of becoming our authentic selves. Because when we've lived our life worried about other people and trying to fit in and play by the rules and all of these things that impact us from knowing exactly who we are, what we think and how we feel, and feeling free enough to share that. That's when we are able to, once we're over the fear of the hump of that fear, then we're able to explore, what does it mean to be our authentic selves?
What is one piece of leadership or career advice that you received that helped you the most?
I think that the biggest new awareness, I remember when I don't know if it was an article I read or a book or I heard someone say it about different leadership styles. I felt that was really freeing because it gave the idea that we have space to define who we are and how we are as leaders. And you can look up on Google different leadership styles, and oh my gosh, I mean, everybody has their own list of 7 or 10 or 8 or 4 or whatever. I think those things are just guidelines. The truth is we are all individual and we create our own personal leadership style. And I think that is important to know, that we don't have to be an expert. We don't need to know everything in order to have influence. If we are a good listener, if we're a great observer, if we know how to connect people, if we positively reflect things to other people, you can have a great impact on others. So I feel like that was very freeing for me. And the other one that I would like to share is one of the first business courses I was in. It was called Conscious Business Design. The coach said, make friends with the people who you are in this class with, because in a few years you will be the leaders together.